there's something you've not touched on, and I want you to just explain it to me from a guy's perspective. Do you guys value or look for a woman who is also financially okay, you know, a woman who has her ish together? Because these days there's this saying that men are no longer looking for just liabilities, they want assets. So what is your take on that according to the men's perspective?
Me, this is what I think. Let me break this one into these three. Men who have failed to get money, men who wanted to make life good by getting money and have failed, in most cases they will look at another option of accumulating resources. Do you know what they do? They will either get married to a woman who is having money, or they will try to be in a relationship with a woman who can help them with her finances.
Okay.
You get it? The problem is, in most cases, these guys don't want this woman. They want her resources. Two, another guy who will want a woman who is having some money is a guy who is still on the progress. Achaiya, better. And these guys are the ones who are working. He knows he has some money, but it is not too much. So, okubera ku safe side, he would rather be with a woman who is also making some money, so that his money is not strained, his resources tezikwatwako nnyo, so the woman can chip in, and this guy can also know where to handle stuff. So guys who are working right now, abatannafuna bulungi, they are looking at a woman who is having some money somehow.
Okay.
But then the men who have everything in place, who have made their lives, you know,
they are successful, they are rich,
they have everything, they don't look at a woman's money.
Really?
Yes, because they have everything to provide for you, even to provide for your family, to provide for themselves, and to provide.
But I also
for the
know some of those
them.
men also just don't want women who are just there, like they don't have anything for themselves, because, you know, men also get attracted to women who, like, at least they have their finances together.
And that's why I was asking you, which man are we talking about? Men who have the money, men who have the resources, men who have made themselves the best versions of themselves. Are you getting?
Yeah.
Are you getting the issue? Men who have everything don't look at a woman's resources. Don't look at a woman's money. If he is to look at you, ngolina sente, or if he is to marry you, ngolina sente, then you must be ticking the other boxes. You get the point? Those men are not willing to compromise their peace of mind with your resources. So if you have resources but you cannot give him the peace of mind, he would rather go for a girl who is broke from the village down there, where the family is having nothing, because this guy can change that woman's life. He has all the resources to do that. He doesn't need money from a woman.
Wow.
You get it?
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's
Makes
where
sense,
the difference is.
I get it.
The men who are looking for women who have some money are the men who are not sure of their resources. Then the men who have failed. Okay, they might not have failed, but they don't see hope. The only hope they are seeing right now is to look at a woman who is having something.
But you know, most of the times, out of those three categories of men that you have described, majority of us women actually target that third one who has everything, all the money, you know, like they have their ish together. Someone who'll just come and tell us, you don't even need to work, I'm ready to take care of you from A to Z.
Yes.
But why is it so hard for us as women to find this kind of men, you know? Why is it so hard for us to find this kind of men? Instead, we end up attracting most of these other categories, these other two categories that you've attracted. I mean, that you've explained. So why is it so difficult for us?
No, this is the difference. This is the problem. Ask yourself, in these three categories, baliwa bolowooza nti be basinga obungi mu nsi.
Those two.
The other two categories,
Yeah.
those ones who are trying and things are not working out. Those ones who are still seeing some hope, but they're like,
Even the middle class.
And those are the ones we are talking about.
Okay.
Those ones who are working, but they are not so sure. You get it? So they need somebody asobola okuyamba nga backup once in a while.
Okay, yeah.
Now, the other top people who have everything in life, they are few. Actually, in Uganda, you ask yourself, there is an article I was looking at, I think it was from Knight Frank a few months back, and it said we have, I think they said around 500 something billionaires in the country, in Uganda. Okay, even if we stretch that number to a bigger one, for example, we say we have 10,000 Ugandans who are millionaires. I mean billionaires. Ask yourself, 10,000 out of the 40 million, you can have 10,000 billionaires. Even if we stretch that number to 50,000, whereby the country has around 50,000 billionaires, you still have over 20 million women.
Yeah.
But remember, those 50,000 billionaires won't only be men. There are other women involved.
Yeah.
Remember, some of those men are married. Remember,
majority of them actually.
Some of those men are too old. They're in the 70s and even 80s or 65. You get it? And some women won't go as far as that age is concerned to look for a guy. Remember, some of those have decided not to even get involved with women. They divorced and decided to give up on women, on relationships. What percentage do you think? Actually, some of them have, what is it? The other, or what we don't talk about? Yes, they are in the other side of the world. They don't have feelings for women. They have feelings for their same other, humans.
That's bracket.
So ask yourself, what percentage do you remain with? Which is successful to that level, interested in marriage, they are willing to marry a girl, somebody out there. Chances are high, you're having probably around over 2,000 or half of that number.
Yeah.
Even if we say it is half of that number, which is 25,000. How many women do you have? You have over 20 million women. Who is going to get them and who is going to miss out on them? And chances are high, most women are going to fall for these others because they are the ones available.
They are the ones available.
Actually, those men are even hard to see in our daily lives.
They have particular areas where you have to be.
To see them.
Particular events.
Yes. So those men, it will be hard for those men to look at you, to look at these other women, the 20 million plus. And remember, we've just exaggerated our figure.
Yeah.
The figure might be a little bit lower. Compared to what we are using this as an example. So that guy who is earning that amount of money, who is having that life sorted, is hard to see, is hard to look at, is hard to find. Because you are talking about a small percentage. If we have it big, it is like 10%.
Yeah.
Out of all the males in the country. Now that 10% is looked at by all the 100% of women.
Wow.
So
wow. I never thought about it that way, but it makes sense.
Yes, that's why women end up just attracting
whoever is available.
Because these guys have their specific qualities, remember, as well. So you as a woman looking at these guys, the 10% or even the 20%, I don't know which percentage it is, ask yourself, do those guys see the qualities they want in you? Because remember, they have a lot of options.